Hi, this is Dale O'Shields, pastor of Church of the Redeemer. Thanks for joining me for our devotional time today. We're talking this week about the favor of God. We've been talking about the blessings that come through God's favor. I want to talk about one specific area of blessing in your life today, and that's the blessing of deliverance. So when God brings favor into your life, with that favor comes deliverance. There's a story of a king in the Old Testament. Actually, he was one of the kings of Israel, the northern kingdom. His name was Jehoahaz. Interesting name, huh? Jehoahaz. And Jehoahaz found himself in a situation where he was being oppressed by enemies. And he'd done some bad things, and he'd returned back to God again, and so it provides an opportunity for him to go to God. And I want you to see what happens as Jehoahaz comes back to God, cries out to God, and what God does on his behalf. Let me read for you 2 Kings chapter 13, verses 4 and 5. Then Jehoahaz sought the Lord's favor. Notice this, he sought the Lord's favor, and the Lord listened to him, for he saw how severely the king of Aram was oppressing Israel. The Lord provided a deliverer for Israel, and they escaped from the power of Aram. Now what I want you to see here is this, that God, in this moment, Jehoahaz goes to God, and he asks God for favor. He sought the Lord's favor. That means that he says, God, I don't deserve anything of goodness that you could give to me. In fact, I deserve the opposite of that. He'd done some bad things. He realized it. But he's saying, God, I'm crying out to you on the basis of your goodness, and I'm asking you to come and help me, not because I'm good, but because you're good. And out of your goodness, there's favor that you extend to us. And I'm asking that out of your favor that you would come and deliver us from our oppressors. And of course, God not only listened, heard his cry, but he answered him, and he raised up a deliverer, and Israel went free from the hand of those oppressors. And sometimes in your life, as you're facing different kinds of oppression, it's important to remember that God's favor can bring you deliverance. Again, it's not about how good you are, it's about how good God is. And his goodness, he's able to raise up the power of deliverance. He's already raised up a deliverer, his name is Jesus. And that power can be demonstrated to break the chains and to set things free in your life that have held you back. Note that God's favor is favor that brings deliverance.